Hello, hello, good morning. I'm starting something new today. Should I start with a recap? This is what we worked on yesterday, which was also a Game Grumps animated. I'm taking a little break from this project. I'm gonna come back to this. Let's see. I'm listening to the audio, just testing some things. Let me know if the audio is okay, if I need to make any adjustments or anything like that. Okay, so yes, yesterday we worked on this magical girl, Erin from Game Grumps transformation. I'm excited about this project, but there's a project I'm even more excited about. So we're gonna do some Pokemon. We're gonna do some cute Pokemon doodles, some Game Grumps Pokemon trainers, things like that. It's gonna be fun. I just saw this thumbnail. This thumbnail from their latest Nuzlocke, oh my word. And I was kind of obsessed. I think this is... I am like a huge fan of Pokemon Diamond. So when I saw that thumbnail, I was like, that's pretty good. Let's see, I need my color reference here. Let's grab, I'm just gonna make a new layer here. Okay. So I'll use this. I need to get more screenshots. I was like thinking about getting some more photo references for colors, but I think I'll stick with this for now. Hang on. There we go. I just lost some of my reference. I'm gonna squish this down so we have lots of room to draw. Actually, you know what else I'm gonna do? I was thinking about stretching the canvas, but my ratio would be all off. Okay, we're gonna get started on some sketching. I should have pulled in a reference of the original. I gotta think of like a good background color. Let's just start with blue. Let's find a nice blue. Soft blue. That in the background. Okay, so now I can actually, maybe blue isn't the best color because we're gonna have hip loop. Think about it. Anyways, let's grab a nice pink so we can start sketching. I like this pink. I always grab this pink. Okay, here we go. I think the main character, the main character for Pokemon Diamond has probably the cutest. Oh, actually, Pokemon is like this, isn't it? These angular shapes like this. I think the main character for Pokemon Diamond, this one with the little cute pink beanie. Oh, one of my favorite Pokemon MC designs. Yeah, I don't really, so far, not really. Okay, that's okay, it's just a sketch. Okay. We'll come back to it. We can rebuild. Big eyebrows, because of course. And usually I draw the mustache like I did on the magical girl drawing. Like this example. But I honestly might skip it this time. They skipped it in their thumbnail. I just think it's cute. Usually I draw Erin with a mustache and beard, but maybe we can make it read and people know who we're trying to represent. Okay. Move the color picker out of the way for now. Okay, I'm also gonna like squish this way down. I really like the cute scarf. Gotta go for the scarf. That's what makes it Pokemon. The scarf and the was like a vest, the cute skirt. Sure. I don't know. The outfit is really cute. I always just thought she looked so cool. Wanted to be her. Okay. Man, did you Pokemon hair out way further? We're gonna completely redraw this. It's just like a kind of deciding what the colors are gonna be, how we're gonna simplify this. The shoes? Yeah, I honestly don't remember what the shoes are. They're usually just like general sporty shoes, right? Keep them real. Kingdom Hearts feet, whatever. Okay, we need Piploop. I don't call him that. That's just me being silly. Okay, we need, I don't have good blues in this screenshot, which is why I was second guessing myself. Okay, we know, everybody knows what Piplup looks like. I don't even need a reference. So cute. I was a Piplup enjoyer for sure. That was my main. Best one. Although, I also really like Turtwig. Mean Piplup though? No way. Okay, quick Piplup sketch, great. Maybe we'll need to come up with good colors there, but we'll need, so I'm gonna need a couple different versions of Piplup. We're gonna need a version of Piplup because in the animated idea I have, Piplup will be played by Dan. Dan will be playing Piplup this evening, the star. So we'll draw Dan Piplup. Regular Piplup and Dan Piplup. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? Absolutely. For a really long time, my favorite was Lapras. I just really loved, like, sea creatures for a really long time, especially, like, sea monsters. I was, like, obsessed. Love Lapras for a really long time, especially because, you know, in the original games, you, like, they, like, hinted, like, oh, you can use your Pokemon to ride on the water. And I was like, no way. And the little like sprite for it was like a little Lapras, right? I was like, oh man, that's so cool. I realize now that it's basically just like a dinosaur, like the original like idea for Pokemon that I've like heard about was that they were originally like all going to be dinosaurs, which makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. And then they, you know, branched out to other Pokemon, but Dan Piplup. Oh, if anybody's seen the Nuzlocke, you know what happens to Dan Piplup. Okay. So that's a pretty good sketch, if I do say so. Do we need Dan as the rival too? I don't have a screenshot of the rival. We could just do like, I kind of like this Pokemon design too. They fit so well into these characters, so cute. Lapras is cool. I always looked at this dinosaur looking thing and thought it was a mollusk. It's straight up a snail. Yeah, I kind of loved that it was like kind of turtle-ish and also, I don't know, I think I've talked about kind of mermaid-esque. I also really loved Gyarados for a really long time. I thought Gyarados was cool, but you know, I also like the classics. I liked pretty much every cute Pokemon, because of course. I liked Jigglypuff just because pink. I'm a little more advanced now. Now I like Clefairy because it's a fairy. Kidding. Nowadays I really love Gengar. Like Gengar and Clefairy are like, if I was a Pokemon trainer, that would be my duo. The duality of man. Clefairy and Gengar. They're so cute together. Purple and pink. Okay, I think we can get to. And I was also like, I just feel so cliche. The EVs, all of them, love it. Loved Espeon, loved Sylveon, love Vaporeon, because I like mermaids. Also, I talked about this previously, reminds me of a Neopet, like a lot. Really love... I've been thinking about Neopets recently. A lot of Neopet inspo. Probably. More of a Gen 1 girl. Yeah, well, yeah, like the first, like, I've talked about how I had like older cousins, and I thought they were really cool, and you know, they had Pokemon games, they had game consoles that I didn't have, and I would like take their games, I'd take their Game Boys, I'd take their, you know, their GameCube or whatever, and like play it when they weren't paying attention. So I have a lot of memories of, yeah, the generation kind of older than me, I guess. I've played a couple modern games. I don't know if I like this background. Let's do something else. But I did this neon yellow background. Pink. What if I just did pink? I like this pink. I have to like fight myself to not do a pink background every time. Okay, what about this? Okay, new idea. But yes, I do really like the originals. I think I'm like I'm one of those people like shaking my fists like these designs are getting too crazy. I remember when Pokemon was simple. It was basically just dinosaurs. I might need to Gaussian blur this. Stretch it out. Yeah, let's try a blur. Let's try a Gaussian. What you got for me? Wah. Nice. I don't know, how's that? I like gradient backgrounds recently. I did a gradient background for a different animation, which will be out soon. Uh-oh, I have to sneeze. I have to sneeze. Okay, it's passed. I made it out alive. I guess anytime someone's faves are Gen 1, it comes across as basic. Yeah, well, you know, there was something kind of iconic about the originals, and I've talked about this before, I think, but like trying to stay consistent in a design, like if you create like, you know, man, the words aren't coming to me. You have like a design template and you're like, this is the style that every 1,000 million critters has to fit into. Eventually you're going to start to push it and you're going to start to like, you know, lose a little bit of that original idea, original intention, and then you get some really out there designs and you're like, oh, does this really look cohesive? I would argue no. No, it doesn't look cohesive. Not all the time. It's hard though. I mean, it's basically impossible. I mean, like, I don't know, there's small stuff that I probably just bothers me more than anyone else, but when like when Pokemon are just like, oh well, that's just a dude. That's just a grown man. You know what I mean? I'm like, are we walking the line here? And I know that that's been like maybe a point of discourse. I don't know. I'm changing the blue. I thought it was too grayish. Let's amp it up. Let's Gaussian blur it again. That's just a man. Like, I like it when it's like, oh, it's like a fairy, or it's, I don't know, some other type of skew on it, or, I don't know, Pokemon lore, Pokemon theories. But I mean, and then, you know, there's the other way where it's just like, okay, well, that's just a penguin. Like Piplup, that's just a penguin. Like there's no like magical element there. But like clearly, you know, I'm fine with that because the Pokemon are the animals. Like that's fine. I don't know. Considering all Gen 1 designs are a blob with a face or a bug with a trinket taped to its face. Yeah, and then there's ones that are like household objects, which is like, that's a whole nother can of worms, really. Everyone knows the car keys, Pokemon, and like part of me is like, well, maybe that's okay because, I don't know, it kind of reminds me how like bugs have evolved to look like, you know, leaves and things, but like that's nature though. It's nature, Gunther. Nature can do whatever it wants. Ooh, I like this purpley. Ooh. Purpley or the later blue? Purpley? I kind of like the purple. Maybe we can do both. Okay, I'm gonna do purple. Hang on, do we need purple? Okay, let's do the dark blue, and then we can have like this lighter blue be like the bod. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do. And the first thing I'm gonna draw is Piplup Dan. Yeah, of course. I feel like I could be more eloquent right now. I'm early in the morning. I'm currently at a hotel. I've been traveling, and I am sipping on some of the worst coffee. So, you know, everyone hopes and prayers out to me. I need everyone's good luck wishes. Send me your good energy. This coffee's so bad, man. I've got no problems with Klefki. Right. I can't remember the names of any new Pokemon, dude. I can't remember any of them. Yeah, makes Pokemon feel more part of human lives. Yeah, I've thought about this. I've kind of like, I like to analyze things a little too much, where I've thought about like, okay, what are like the themes of this media? And I think one of the themes is like kind of, I mean, you could argue against this too, so, you know, grain of salt, but I think one of the themes of Pokemon is like nature and harmony with like technology. Sort of, like that's maybe like one theme that you could find, because, you know, like Pokemon are turning into house keys, they're turning into like, the Electrode is just like a Pokeball. You know, there's in the modern games, there's like future human, not future, future robot Pokemon, and they're like living robots because they've like somehow fused with Pokemon. I don't know, I also get just like a lot of like modernity is like a theme in Pokemon where you know, everyone's kind of wearing these kind of far out clothes and everyone's very techy. We have a lot of tech. We can send our Pokemon into the computer. I don't know, things like that. I mean, you could say that it's potentially destructive to the poor Pokemon, but you know, that's like a theme in like Black and White, I think. where it's like, oh, kind of a environmentalism theme. I like when kids media has themes. That is a pro in my book. American hotel coffee makes me grateful for anything else. Yep. I was really into Pokemon when I was 15, stopped paying attention after Gen 6. Gen 6, isn't Gen 6? I get them mixed up. Gen 6 is Pokemon Diamond, right? So did you play Pokemon Diamond? Because that was my steez. 100%. Gen 1 has Voltorb and Magnemite. Yeah. Yes. That's like... Yeah, he's a magnet, like... just... like, explain that. Is that nature? Maybe? Okay, I drew... We'll draw a face. Who does the face? Oops, I just erased it. I've heard people like say like, oh, I really like when the Pokemon are when they're like household objects, or like when they're fused with technology somehow. Some kind of weird magical... I've talked about this in the past. I like when like magic and science are like a theme, or they're kind of like fused together. That's really interesting to me. Oh, wait. Back up. Like in Adventure Time and lots of other things. Bean Puppy Cat. I think Pokemon is another example of like, oh, they're magical animals. But there's also like, we got like technology involved, and the technology is what we use to, I don't know, I guess control them, which is maybe a little dark, but the animals are magical. Dude, I used to like wish Pokemon was real, like so bad. Tried to like rename my childhood pet dog like Bulbasaur or something, and my mom was like, no. Oh, but it'd be so cool, Mom, if his name was Bulbasaur. Come on. So done. This is pretty cute. I like, this is making me appreciate Piplup's design. It's pretty cute. Okay, we need a good... I think this is the darkest blue on the artboard right now. I could make it darker. Do I need it darker? I think we can maybe get by. This is usually how I like start an animation. I just start like doodling the idea, and then I'm like, yeah, this design works. We'll animate it, or like, okay, I need to redraw this one, and come back to it like a couple times. So I do need him to talk. Let's see. That's pretty freaking adorable, dude. I love Piplup. Piplup! Gen 6 is X and Y. Oh, I'm all messed up, dude. I can never remember. I always get so messed up. Sometimes I play Pokemon Showdown. Anybody Pokemon Showdown? I get them all mixed up. Sometimes I like to go backwards so I don't have to worry about terastallizing. Oh my word, I don't even want to talk about that. Pokemon world building shows Pokemon basically being your pet, but if the pet was also sentient and had superpowers, and it didn't need to be taken care of, it just hung out with you. Yeah, there's definitely a different kind of dynamic. That's kind of explored a little bit in X and Y, right? Or sorry, Black and White. X and Y is something different, right? X and Y is something different. Pokemon Diamond was my thing for a really long time. I loved the DS. I was pretty obsessed with it. I was generally like a whole like I don't want to say generation, but I was always like I don't know, a season behind like most video games. Like I said, like once my cousins were done with like a console, they'd want to move on to the next one, then maybe I'd get like a hand-me-down console. That's how I got the GameCube. That's how I got a lot of things. And then so yeah, like once everybody was moving on to the DS, I got the Game Boy, you know, and eventually, once the DSi came out, y'all remember the DSi? Oh man, the hierarchy of how cool you were. You had a DSi. You were on the moon. I never got a DSi because as soon as the DSi came out, the DS suddenly became a much cheaper option. I was like, yes! Scrambled together all my monies. I think that was the first thing I bought myself. I'm remembering right. Uh-oh, there's a little weirdness happening around on the feet. I wish the feet were on a different layer, but it's too late now. That's not true. We can rebuild. I'm just lazy. So lazy. Actually, what am I doing? We can just cover this up. Aw. How are you gonna make him talk? That yellow is unbelievably saturated. It's gonna... There's this term. I can't remember what it's called. I learned about it when I was in design school, but if like two colors are saturated and they're next to each other, and they're close in saturation, they like vibrate. Or like, you know, they like, not literally, obviously, but like, let's see if I can, it like hurts the eye to look at them. When colors are really close together. I did a project on a designer who was like obsessed with this idea. I want my poster designs to vibrate. That's why I used just like the harshest colors out there. Okay, let's see about this. So if I was to take this guy and potentially like make him talk, how am I gonna do that? Should I give my 11-year-old cousin a supernatural electric rat? I mean, everyone else has one. I mean, why not, right? The world of Pokemon is harsh. He who doesn't have an electric rat will be bullied on the playground by those who do have the electric rat. Okay, so something like this, right? It's really okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe I might need to reduce that saturation. It's really hard to see on the white. We can make it like a little bit more. I can just like tap it towards orange. Just a tippy tap. Whoop, whoop. It's cool. It's cool. Stop. Just let me. I hate when it just tells me that yeah, okay, but it's gonna be. See about the feet. I don't like it. I liked it when it was neon yellow. That's what I like to do! How'd my magical grubs turn out from last week? Well, I worked on it yesterday. I'll do a quick tangent. This is where we're at right now. It's not finished, but this is where we're at right now. It's not finished. I need to work on it like a little bit longer, so I'm gonna come back to this. But I just want to draw some Pokemon. You ever feel that way? You ever want to draw some Pokemon? So yes, we're getting somewhere here. This is good. I worked on this for like a week straight, so I'm gonna. You ever work on a project too long and you just feel like you gotta, you know, you don't want to get burnt out from the same project, so. Also, I had like an idea that I really just wanted to kind of flesh out real quick. Okay, let me see if I have a good orange. Is there a good orange over here? But thank you for asking. I'm glad it's got some interest. I'm excited about that one. It will. Oh, ugh. Isn't it odd how when your colors are very saturated, that looks almost like muddy? Wait, does that work? Or is it just because I had like a visceral reaction. I like gagged, but maybe that's not too bad. Hmm. Saturate it a little more. Whoop. We just need it to show up on the white. We just need it to show up on the white. I'm not good at picking colors. Yeah. Okay. We'll run with that for a little bit. No more vibrating hip loop. I was expecting Oh man, I forgot, yeah. Yeah, if you hadn't seen that yet, get ready. Magical Girl Aaron. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be great. Also, there's like a whole like Aaron and Dan as anime girls, and they're quite voluptuous, let's say. It's kind of awesome, it's kind of hilarious. But anyways. Hello, hello, welcome in. We're drawing some cute Pokemons. Okay. I'm like really worried I'm gonna like bump this mic. I want to adjust it, but I know that'll be like unreasonably loud. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, hopefully that's okay. Hopefully that's okay. Everyone can hear all right. It's not like too terrible. Okay, let's come in here and let's draw. Let's figure out how Aaron's gonna look. What? Here's my sketch. Okay, we've got. Sorry, I just really like Piplup Dan. That's pretty cute. And then let's do. We definitely need a pink. I like this hot pink we're working with. That's just like my go-to color for sure. I like drawing Aaron because Aaron is usually associated with pink, and that means I get to draw pink a lot. I like this color. See about that. How's this color? Ugh, in the groups. Go away. Yeah, that's nice. That's a-okay. I'm trying to be more intentional with my color picking. And then this one, we'll use just yellow for sure. Browns. I need a brown. I usually go with like a very reddish brown so it looks nice with the pinks. See that? I didn't even have to. I already knew that was a reddish brown. Eh. Okay, I like that one. I also just like going pink hair. I like pink hair, Aaron, like I did with my magical girl. Maybe I need more colors. We'll think about that. This purplish blue will be good for like the vest, maybe. More pink. Oh, I lost my brown. Put the brown back just in case I need it. Okay, let's just start color blocking. Whoop. Sure. Yeah, definitely go watch Adventure Time for sure. 100%. Very important. I 100% agree. You haven't seen Adventure Time, you gotta go see it. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, we need a nice, so it's like pulling this pink. What if I think we do need white on the artboard. Let's just go. I'm talking to myself. And that, even though that's like the entire stream, me talking to myself, I'm just kind of like arguing with myself in my mind. Okay. Not enough. Okay. Pink hair. Pink hair. Dark pink scarf. I really just want to draw it. I might need more colors, so this might not be possible, but let's try it. We'll start color blocking it out. Peep loop. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's right. That's right. Fan favorite character, Peep loop. I was kind of dying at the way, I don't remember who it was, but Aaron or Dan, by doof. Why would you call him that? Bidoof? Bidoof or Bidoof? Bidoof. I think I always just said Bidoof. Which, I mean, all of those kind of sound like an odd onomatopoeia or something. Like the noise I make when I walk into a wall. Bidoof. I never liked Bidoof. Is that a hot take? Is Bidoof anyone's favorite Pokemon? If so, I'm sorry. Still can't believe they didn't choose Turtwig. I was just talking about how I like Turtwig too. I was a Piplup. I was a Piplup girly though. I loved Piplup. Cute little water type penguin. It was I usually choose like the fire type. I also really like fire type. Especially because it's really like strong early on, because like your first gym is almost like always grass. You just wipe the floor with them. I don't think that's always true. Maybe I don't know that much about Pokemon to make blanket statements. But I mean, most of your first early areas are like lots of grass types. I love grass types. I wish that it was a little bit stronger. It's just, it's easy to got a lot of weaknesses. I've thought about doing a like grass type Pokemon sticker sheet. What I really would want to do is like a fairy type sticker sheet, because I love fairy types. They're so cute. Okay, this is going somewhere. Cool. Let's grab this through the bod. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of some terrible hotel coffee. Yup, feel bad. And lukewarm. Yikes. Okay, Animal Crossing hands. Very nice. Classic. Man, when you get to a point in your art career where you've drawn, you're just like, I don't want to do hands anymore, Animal Crossing hands. That's when you are truly free. At least I started watching the next episode of the Nuzlocke today. At least they put some respect on Starly. Best Pokemon. It's so cool. Cute. I talked about it already, but I think the MC design in Pokemon Diamond is top tier. So cute. They're a cute little little dress with a scarf on. When's the last time I wore a scarf? Just to be like a fashionista, you know what I mean? You're wearing like a scarf every day. Fashion forward. That was me in middle school. I used to wear scarves. I used to wear scarves to school. I had like glittery scarves. I'm just like remembering this. We used to wear like a scarf over like my Aeropostale shirt. I don't know if, is that just me being American? I know I have some international viewers. That's just me being, that was school. I can't wait to see how Dan will lose it when he sees the dinosaur fossils. Bold of you to assume that Aaron will get that far. But yeah, that's funny. Yeah, there's lots of dinosaur Pokemon Dan would appreciate for sure. Okay. Cute. Do I want to draw this like this way every time? Not really. Not really. Let's draw the hot pink scarf because I think that's actually really cute. I want to keep that design for sure. So I guess we'll probably lose that neckline. Yeah. That works for me. I don't want to have to draw it. Should the scarf be like behind? I mean, I know it's in front, but like, man. Covers up the cuteness. Also, she just looks like ready for winter, even though I guess this is a all seasons outfit. Here's a video critiquing Pokemon outfits, ranking them from 1 to 10, fashionista or not. I bet that video exists. If not, I'm gonna do it. Scarves are cool to wear to school. This is hot outside. Yeah, exactly. Well, it wasn't like a, you know, like a warm scarf. It was just like, you know, light fabric. When I used to like go shopping for school and like a shirt had like a scarf attached to it, you know, sometimes they have like accessories like stuck to them. I was like, dang, I'd be the coolest kid in school if Mom would only let me get that cool glittery scarf. I had a couple of them. And I think I was the coolest kid in school. Allegedly coolest kid in school. You're looking at him. I'm putting on some, like, what are these, like, galoshes? Nice. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice. Now that's pod racing. I kind of like this. I like this is turning out. I wasn't sure about the scarf over top, but maybe we can make it work. What's happening here? There's a little doodad happening. Let me smooth it out. Did I make the legs thicker? Like, kind of tube legs? That's the official term, right? Bigger feet, then? Like, triangle shaped, like, this sort of thing. And then, little bod. What's that called? What's that little, that what's the character side trait called? Aaron is the video game boy. That is true. Something tells me, Aaron seems like the type to fall for the Gengar trade. You know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know about the, like, most hated character in Pokemon Diamond that says that they will trade you a Gengar and then you go to trade the Gengar you know, and you're like, oh, it's gonna, or sorry, it's a, oh my word, Ghastly. What's the one in between, the medium one? And it's like holding an item that like forces it to never transform. Worst. There's like forum pages hating on that lady. If you don't know, you trade the Ghastly or the Gaster or whatever it is, and that's what makes it transform into a Gengar. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a Gengar, and then you just don't. You have to like trade with like a real person. You have to find someone else who has I don't know if it has to be the opposite game as you, but dude, I never had anyone to trade with in Pokemon. I didn't even know how it worked. Like, I remember I would go to like the trading center in the game, and yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Cool Pokemon, thank you. That's Dan as a Piplup. He's happy to be here. Okay, we need angry eyebrows. This pen feels a little bit thin. I feel like I've been really holding out on using. Okay, let's do a couple color swaps to kind of think about this. I'm not sold on the yellow feet, but I do kind of like it. I can't remember what the shoes are for the MC, but a plane is taking off nearby. Sorry if you can hear it. I am traveling. You like that? It is cute. We could swap the shoes. Hot pink. Dang. No, that's style. What about this color? That's too close to the green. We're definitely gonna have to show up on the green, because that's the color of grass. Okay, so if we go for the light pink, that means we can't have light pink hair. And then we could do hot pink eyes, because of course. Yup. Oh man, I'm excited for this series. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. I hope it lasts. Suspense is killing me. I hope it lasts. That's a Willy Wonka quote. Y'all like Willy Wonka? Weird thing, I love Willy Wonka. Piplup is also my fave, that's right, that's right. I remember when Pokemon Diamond was coming out and they released the 3 starters, and I like drew them out on like I don't know, a piece of notebook paper. And this was before the game was released. They just like released, they said, oh, we're making a new game. Here's the deets. And I drew them out on notebook paper, and I just like carried them around to like lunch with me, and I carried them around to the playground with like all my friends, and I was like, which one should I get, man? Which one should I get? Like, if you had to pick one of these Pokemon, which one would you get? And like everyone I talked to was like, obviously the penguin. And I'd be like, I think you're right, obviously the penguin. I mean, the Infernape is pretty cool. Fire and fighting is pretty cool. Water Steel is pretty cool though too. Piplup is your fave starter Pokemon? Yeah, yeah. I was a big fan of Cyndaquil from whatever generation that one was for a long time. But I think Piplup's probably up there for me too. I haven't really I played a couple of the newer ones, but I just think it's iconic. This is a good three-tier. It's a really good lineup of starters. I think they're all really good choices. They all have pretty cool evolutions. Okay, do we like the brown hair? Let's do a comparison. Hopefully I don't run out of layers here. This was brown hair. Let's do side by side. Okay. Brown hair. Pink hair. Okay, so we can't do blush cheeks. That's another thing. Unless we change that pink, we have to introduce yet another pink. We're running out of pinks. Okay, the hat would be hot pink then, and then we'd take the brown. We'd maybe have to make the eyes brown. I don't think I like that idea. That would be introducing a color for maybe blue. I like to use like minimal amount of colors as possible. What about this? What about this? This crazy? Whoa. Okay, it was crazy. What about this? Yikes, that color fill. Now he looks kind of like Mr. Mime or something. I think I nailed it the first time. The hat is also pink. Yes. Yes. This, I used this screenshot as an example of what we're kind of going for. I really like the original character design for Pokemon Diamond, so I think I like going closer to this one. With the light pink hat, the light pink skirt, the blue, the pink scarf, and then the pink kind of going together with the eyes. Plus that matches Dan over here since we've got the blue and then the darker blue being the same color as the eyes, the saturated blue. All right, I think that settles that. I think we're going with brown hair Aaron. Might still change a couple of things, but but I think that's pretty cute. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take this and duplicate it. Don't look at all my secret projects. Don't look. Okay. Time to clean this up. Okay, now we've already got 2 frames for Piplup Dan, which is great. I think we need to draw a couple other of the starters, just kind of in reference to each other. Let's clean up. I don't think we need. I think I'm just gonna keep the Piplup design like this. We'll think about it. I'll think about if I need more than that. Let's draw cute little Turtwig and cute little Chimchar. Uh-oh, I lost my example. Shoot. Okay. Cleaning up some of these layers. It's mayhem over here. I don't think we need that sketch either. Yeah, I really like the gradient with the flat shaped characters on top. It is kind of giving the illusion of something a little more. Maybe that's just me. justifying my decisions. What does Turtwig look like? Do I have... Where is the Turtwig? Alright, we're playing the feud. Also, it could be good to have. There he is, everyone's favorite Pokemon. Brown. Dude, I can't believe the Turtwig has got cut off. I actually don't remember. Maybe we have to do Chimchar. I see Chimchar here. I don't have an orange. I don't have an orange. Could you do pink? Pink Chimchar? That would be kind of a, that would be so cute. Okay, Chimchar. Onion head. Nice. What do you get out of this? A whole lot, right? It's a good thing I compressed it. Okay. You have little ears? I think so. He looks like a troll character from the movie Trolls. And the franchise. I kind of love the movie Trolls. I talked about it before, a long time ago, but I actually thought the animation was pretty good. Okay, little Chimchar. I'm gonna change some things. That changes things, doesn't it? A little fire. I need better references. Artistic license. That's what we get to do. Probably something like this. Drawing from memory because my references aren't doing much for me. Actually, Animal Crossing hands, what am I doing? I almost caught myself. You don't need fingers. Did he have a tail? Oh, right, fire tail, right? So no, not really. I'll come back to that. You know what else I need to draw? It's probably a good thing I added brown. I need to draw freaking Bidoof. Turtwig. Also, I'm sure this has been like discussed like a million times. I think they nailed the names for these guys. Turtwig. Piplup. That's a good name. Do we have a green? I haven't picked out a green yet. The one that's in the background. Doesn't he have like a little leaf on his head? He like looks at you like this. What does he look like? I can't remember. Back to the chinchar. You have a nose? Like this? Hmm. Aw. He's so bad. Just a little plant turtle. Need some more details for him. I could draw Bidoof from memory. Ready? Just like jumping around. I know he's got a lumpy butt. And that was why I didn't want a Bidoof. Okay, let's move the color sketch. My artboard is getting crowded. Shoot, we might need a couple more colors of brown. We'll use the pink. Pink, blue for the nose, right? I don't know. I'm just sketching here. I'm sketching in full color. Whatever. This is kind of how I feel about Bidoof. And then we're running out of colors for like for depth reasons. Can we do this? Is this too crazy? The pink is probably too much. I'm like trying not to introduce like 1,000 colors for me to keep track of. That is Bidoof. There's lumpy butt. It's there, I didn't forget. I don't know if we did, it looks closer. Maybe we could do the hot pink for the ears. Whoa, what? Who told you? Who told you you could do that? Nobody. Everyone's favorite character, right? Alright, I have to take a quick break. I have to go to the bathroom. Allow me to run away for a moment. Okay, I have returned. And I imported in what the Pokemon look like. Let me wrestle around. Get resituated. Okay. So we got our Turtwig. He does have a leaf on his head. I knew it. You know what else? I'm gonna delete this. Okay. I don't have a good green. Oh, we lost the green. Okay. I gotta do all the Turtwig fans out there justice. Okay. I know Turtwig is cute. Got his bulbous head. Right. I knew he had yellow somewhere in there. We have to pull in this yellow. Pull in this yellow. Okay. Here's little cheeks. That's what we were missing. No one saw my Turtwig from memory. You didn't see it. He's, I don't know, grass turtle. I don't know. Kind of looks like Tom Nook's Animal Crossing. Yes, it does look like Tom Nook. I have Bidoof here too in all his glory. Don't worry, Bidoof fans. I am no longer relying on memory. It's time to get smart. I remember in Pokemon Diamond, I never liked Bidoof, but I remember there's a gym leader, or maybe it's like, it looks kind of lizardy. That doesn't look right. There's a fight with probably like the Team Rocket or Galactic or whatever it is in the game, and they have a Bidoof. And Bidoofs get like, they just become like a brick wall. It's like impossible. I remember playing against them and being like, oh man, maybe I should have gotten a Bidoof. Is this for real? Bidoof has its uses. Bidoof. Yeah, okay, kind of like that. That's kind of interesting. Then we need the brown. The brown. Got a little brown nub on his head. Right. You know, I don't know. Does he need that? I'm trying to see if I can simplify this. I love cute little heads. Every Pokemon that has a cute little sprout on his head. Oh, so cute. Alright. Pull the reference back. From the Pokemon database. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alright, now, maybe brown? Maybe the brown for... Thinking about how I want to change this, or if I want to change it. I have a couple of thoughts. Definitely a little turtle shell. Looking kind of like a little Cyndaquil right now. Cyndaquil on the brain. See, I remember the names of the older Pokemon, but don't ask me. Don't ask me what the starters are called in any other gen. I won't remember. Cinderace. I think that's the last one. For the last evolution. Turtwig, you are hard to draw in my simplified These here. Let's try again. Let's try again with his head. Got like a... The other option is to just try to make it funny, I guess. Like I could try to represent it as best I can, or I could go a little different. No. Yup. That sure is a turtwig, right? Yellow cheeks. Yellow sprout on his head. Deciding. Hmm. Okay. The doof needs a little bit more work. Where's my shoot jar? Delete all of this. I kind of... I see the chimchar, and I say, seems a-okay to me. Whoop. What? How did all of this stuff get lumped in with the turtwig? Hang on. Ungroup. Okay, there's the turtwig. Looking great. Everyone's favorite turtwig. The Piplup is clearly like the star of the show right now. Yes. Piplup forever. Bidoof looking like Tom Nook, fair enough. Let's see if we can... Let's beef up Bidoof here. I don't have another brown to work with. Make him pink. I don't like the idea of making him pink. But pink is the closest color to the brown that we've got. My brain likes to make it harder for me to say, don't start adding a bunch of colors. Okay. Here we go. Alright, let's try again. Bidoof, you and me. Hash this out. Okay, brown. We could do... Okay, new idea. This is maybe the problem. Oh, Bidoof. I'm sorry. Sorry I spoke ill on your name. Still a little goofy looking. I'm sorry, it's cool. It's cool, he's a cool Pokemon, he's great. He's very cool. He's looking like a walrus. Yeah. Yeah. And favorite character, Bidoof. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try again. We take the hot pink. It's hot pink Bidoof. I love it. It's great. Oop. I wish that Procreate's color swap was a little bit more consistent. Oh wait. is that happening? That is weird. I didn't tell it to do that. It's like filled in on its own. No. No, no, no. No. This is what a Bidoof looks like. Okay, I forgot. Okay. Alright. Bidoof gets one more shot. This guy generally kind of rodent shaped, like there's no way younger me was gonna be like, oh, okay. I never really liked Frittata. I think Frittata's pretty strong nowadays, but back in the day I was like, I don't want a rat. Psh. Rat Pokemon? No. No way. Idea. Even more like Omnuk. Okay. Grab this. Great. Big old teeth. Very nice. And that's a Bidoof. He's looking kind of pathetic. He's got like little sad eyes. Okay. Bidoof, you're pretty strong in Showdown. It's okay. I hate to see a Bidoof in Showdown. The thing that makes Bidoof so strong, normal type Pokemon in general are pretty strong. They don't have a whole lot of weaknesses. Pro tip. Pro gamer tips. You ever play Pokemon Showdown? Normal team, it ain't bad. I play Pokemon Showdown sometimes. You know, get it handed to me because, you know, there's people out there who know more about me than Pokemon, if you can imagine that. Yeah, it's a fun time. I like doing monotype runs because there's a little bit more of a chance that I could maybe come up with something that's a little bit less known about. I've done a couple Pokemon challenge runs. I haven't completed a Nuzlocke because I suck about Pokemon. I don't know anything about Pokemon. I did it on stream. It was so embarrassing. Terrible. Terrible. I'd like to do it again. I'd come back. I think it'd be fun to do a... I've been wanting to play Pokemon Diamond again. It's because I love it so much. This is detail. What if I just made it 2, just to be mean to him? Yeah. Sorry, Bidoof. Haha. This looks like he got like a weird weird butt. Okay. Yeah, I've thought about doing a challenge run of Diamond just so I can have a excuse to play it again. Okay, next we got some good... Sorry, just look at Turtwig. Nah, I don't know how to draw you. Not your fault. Try the Turtwig. Come back to you, Turtwig. What's the color thing? Okay. Birtwig. I'm gonna go ahead and delete you. One more time from the top. Turtwig. Egg-shaped head. Like so. Yellow, like, jaw area. Maybe it should be like... Whoop. Like a very turtle-shaped mouth. I'm never been good at that. You know, it's turtle-shaped, generally. Cool, great, that's awesome. Dude, why am I struggling with this? Just a turtwig. I'm gonna distort it. That'll make me feel better. Dude, I use that distort tool like all the time. Lifesaver. Okay. Nice. He's looking at something. Something on the ground caught his eye. Turtles are some of the cutest animals. The people who get to keep them as pets. It's such a fun time. I've thought about having a turtle. It's a real commitment though. I mean, any pet is, but they last a long time. Okay, here we go. Turtle, turtle. It's turning out better. Gave him a little detail on the shell. I really want to put the sprout on his back for some reason. I know that's not true. Put a little hat on. I've been skipping his hat, but maybe. Oh wait, it's like this. There we go. Doesn't his little sapling on his head, doesn't it literally change to his back? Is that why I'm thinking it does? Yeah, because yeah, he starts with a little seedling on his head, and you can see it's very pixelated, but it starts growing on his back. Dude, I think that's like, is that a piece of like Japanese mythology or something like that? Like turtles with like islands on their back? I love that. That was in like, it's in a lot of things. The other thing that came to mind was Avatar. Luke's related to the Kappas. Yep. Related to Kappas from Animal Crossing. Yeah, Kappas are also, I think they're, I get this wrong sometimes, so maybe don't quote me, but Kappas are from Japanese folklore, I believe. They're like a type of like demon. If you've ever heard of, I'm kind of a geek about like fairies and like mythological creatures like that. So it's kind of related to, if you've heard of like a Kelpie. They usually like drown you, you know, Kappa turtle demons. Which is funny, because Kappa from Animal Crossing takes you on a boat ride, doesn't he? Ooh, that's just a theory. A game theory. The world turtle. Yeah. Yeah, it's also in, you know, there's that island turtle from Majora's Mask. You know, it's all over the place. I love I love turtles with little worlds on their back. That's so cool. What a good idea, you know what I mean? Okay, there's Turtwig. But yeah, I also thought that he looked kind of like Cap'n from Animal Crossing. Kappa, Cap'n. This is looking really cute, dude. This could be like a sticker sheet. I mean, it's not my intention. I'm gonna animate all this out, but I gotta do a Pokemon sticker sheet. I've got like one drawing pretty much done. Yeah, I just put the cute little boat guy, but maybe they're demons. Yep, yep. Yeah, I'm doing that thing where you're like, oh, you want to hear a dark SpongeBob theory? Maybe they're all dead. Just kidding. Okay, now we need Dan as the rival, but I think I'm just gonna draw Dan as he is in this thumbnail. Where's my thumbnail reference? It is. Dan the man. Here he is. Here he is. Let's grab this. Okay. I'm cleaning it up. Clean it up. Here's about the doof. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna duplicate this again. Layers and all. It's a real mess. I'm going to condense some things here. We've got our Turtwig. We've got a lot of empty layers that aren't being used. I'm gonna start grouping these. Doing a little bit of chores. Let's delete our other Bidoofs. Let's copy and paste our Pokemans into one layer. Okay. What are we doing here? This is good. This is good. Great. And I'm gonna actually duplicate it again. Now that's all cleaned up. I'll come back to this artboard. This is my general workflow. All right. Now we're to Dan. Now I need to search through the layers. Here's the colors. New layer. Piplup looking cute. Never seen a floofy Piplup. Could do Dan as the boy rival? Yes. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I was the rival character would be a little bit difficult, I think, to translate to look like Dan. So I kind of like this version as, you know, the opposite NPC. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. We need a nice blue color. Let me go grab the wait. I have Piplup. I have Piplup. I'm back. Piplup. Here's a blue. Here's a good blue for Dan. Okay, now I banish you to the Shadow Realm. Awesome. Let's do sketch. Round 0. Here we are again, sketching. Pokemon Dan. Pokemon Dan. I love drawing Dan's hair. Very fun. Hat? I like the hat. Blue hat. That fits. We'll come back, we'll clean that up. The jacket is kind of complex. I don't know about all that. Jacket. Sure, okay. Sure, maybe. I want Dan to do like... What's a cool, like, Pokemon pose? Holding the Pokeball. Pokemon. Out of the way. Come on now. I'm on stream, don't embarrass me. Misclicks. Okay. Dan with like maybe like the hat like over his eyes like a little bit. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Hat over eyes. Choo. Dan and I challenge you to a battle. Like this. Know what I'm saying? I choose you, Turtwig. Yeah, the very yellow wooden clash wall, yep. Dan looks like he's dressed in red, but he's just inexplicably blue. I like the color character design with just like trying to do something really monochrome. That's what I've done in the past. We need the Piplup back. This other blue. Okay, we've got the blue hat. What does it look like? Sure, it's just a blue hat. That's good. We'll add a little color shape here. This needs to be a little bit bigger. Oh, same layer, huh? The age-old problem. I don't know why this is grouped already. I'm ahead of the game. Okay. Nice. Looking anime. Looking cool. Where's that blue? Come back in. I'm just gonna color select it again. Okay, so I'm gonna go for like a light blue for the skin tone. Make him monochrome. Oh wait, let's do I like doing his cleft chin. Here we go. I don't want to erase too many features. The little eyebrow cut will be in this frame, but maybe we'll bring it back in a different one. Okay, now for the hair. Favorite part. One layer. There we go. I'm gonna remove sketch, honestly. I don't even need it anymore. I don't even need it. I don't need this. I don't need this. No. Try again. Okay. Don't love that one. Maybe we will. Maybe we do need this sketch. Maybe I wasn't ready. I challenge you to a battle. Bum 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 ba da dum bum. Dan, you got a butt chin. You gotta admit it. Oh man, that's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more contrast. Okay. Hand. Pokey ball. I've been doing like Animal Crossing hands. I'll add a little bit more. There's a thumb. That's real advanced, right? It's the pinks that we had going on. Nice. Pink Pokeball. Hell yeah. Pink Pokeball. Because I can, and it's kind of aesthetically pleasing. Clipping mask. Sheen. Don't forget about clipping masks. They make your life better. Okay. Wait. Make it a little bit cleaner than that. We can do better. Ugh, it's wobbly. No. Oh, This is hard. Just in between somewhere. There we go. It's a wonky Pokeball. Nice. Now we need some eyes poking out. Shoot, this is the darkest color we have, isn't it? Maybe we can't make it the hat. Maybe we can't make it the hat. Maybe it needs to be. Yellow, green. White outline. Now it looks like it's like a golf hat or something like that. I don't know. I liked when it was dark blue. I would have to introduce yet another blue. It's like this whole stream so far was like, oh, but then I have to add another color to the board for approval by me. Where's my sketch? Come on up. Dude, also, another thing, the music in Pokemon Diamond. Top tier. Pokemon Diamond's soundtrack is so good. And it's like proven because it's like trending on like every social media platform I ever go on. Nice. Don't like the hat. Use this sketch. Alright, now I'm just thinking about battle music. That's another thing I like about Pokemon Showdown. I get to listen to all the sick battle music. Awesome. So good. It's like a sleeve. I don't know what's going on. Don't ask me what's going on. Listen, I'm just a dancer. Do 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 do. Wah 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 wah. Then the drums come in, they go nuts. So good. I'm gonna redraw the hand. I don't like the hand. Oh, you know another thing I just remembered? We can make the hat blue, but then we'd have to introduce maybe another brown, which, if we were gonna do that, we should have done that with the Bidoof. But I was drawing the Bidoof because if I was gonna make Dan's hair brown, probably make it a different brown than Aaron's. Maybe it would be okay, but I don't know. Now I have to decide. This hand sucks. Now this is a good hand. You can't even see it. Whoa, no. It's all messed up. All messed up. Pokeball. Pokeball in hand. I gotta like look at all the references of how they hold their Pokeball. Not that I'm being especially I mean, I don't know. Animal Crossing hands. I could draw the fingers if I wanted to. You'll never catch me. Just kidding. I do it sometimes. Yep. One more time. One more time. Clean it up. Took you all upside down. I didn't even give you a warning. Okay now. Clean it up. Clean it up. I want to give a full character standing pose next, I think. Sure is floating in that void. Take it down. Give it a little bit more breathing room. More room for the cool hat. More room for the hair. Go into the hair actually. Cute. Cute. I love it. Maybe I'll down a little bit. Nice. Let me see about the brown. Yeah, they render Dan with like a darker hair. I could maybe do that. Maybe we could do like more of a blue brown. Start with like a red brown for Aaron, blue brown for. Is that possible? Am I just talking? Let's see. Let's see if I start from this. It's not possible. We could make it like a... Ooh, that's a nice color. That is a nice color, but what about... I love the like blue black color is really nice. You start from here, slide it over to blue. Yeah. Yeah. You can nudge it towards blue. More purpley. More purpley. No. No. We're back where we started. All right, one more color I think is acceptable. I will accept it. Where is the other hair layer? Here it is. Okay. Darker blue for the eyes then? I'm gonna say yes. Darker blue eyes, darker blue this. And then we'll take this blue. What was the medium blue? Deep bloop? It's lost. Here it is, this blue. We'll take this blue for the hat. Okay. Like a train conductor hat. I'm not 100% sold on it, but that's okay. Fix. Fix this. There we go. Can you all upside down? Oh. The color fills are just all over the place. Little scraggly bits. Little tiny little. There we go. Nice. Okay, there's Dan challenging you to a Pokemon duel. Oh, that's another thing. Oh, wait, hang on. I think the jaw isn't really reading because of all this. We'll just put a... There we go. I think that's better. Maybe even like a collar like coming in front of the face. Where's the jaw here? In front of the face, behind the hair. Here we go. Yeah, that's better. I'm excited for this one. I think it's gonna be a good one. Okay. We've got one pose for Dan. This is good. Duplicate it. And then let's do full pose. Dan, I'm just gonna take this, squish it way down. Yeah, that blue isn't showing up well on the blue background that we've got. Yikes, gonna take a little bit of thinking. There we go. Oh, now it's too much. I'm adjusting my PG tuber settings. There we go. There we go. That's better. I was noticing. Noticing some things. Okay. Okay, Dan, let's see. Lots to do here. Let's try again. Let's do another sketch. With this blue. Got the hat. The steez. What did I start with? I started with this sketch. And that's cute and all. It needs to be a little bit different. I'll think about it. Looks kind of done. Sort of done with things. I've seen this stand design before. Thanks. Let's see. What's a cool anime Pokemon pose you can do? Well, yeah, like that. Like this. Oh, not quite, not quite. Butt out. Good. This is great. They were always doing like Always doing like hands over eyes. That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? I have to look back over the audio though and see what the voice lines will be. I don't know if this will make sense, but I like this. I like this sketch. Okay. I added like a million layers for no reason. Okay, here we go. Barely see that. Add the dark hair. Pretty good. Wasn't on a different layer though. Do it over again. Like a cloud. Just like drawing clouds. This reminds me of... Oh man. This reminds me of character from like Wallace and Gromit. I can't think of the name. Catastrophe. Recently rewatched Wallace and Gromit, stop motion classic, super fun. Really charming. What a good choice, stop motion for that, it was really cute. There we go. That's a cap. His hair is looking a little bit more full than I originally drew. Maybe that's okay. Think about that. Maybe I'll need to adjust the hair. Loading. Okay. Suddenly this... Suddenly this end seems a little thick. I think we're okay. Oh, the eyebrow notch, can't forget. Forget. On the wrong side for it to be simple though. It almost makes me want to draw the face with this blue instead. What's the other blue? This blue. So it can be a little bit more into the hair. Don't feel so locked in one space. Danny would never be this smug. Think about this. I'll put it back for now. No ways to change it. We're just sketching. We're just sketching. I'm getting carried away. Okay, new layer, new layer. Keep adding layers and then abandoning them and then wondering later why I have so many blank layers just like laying around. Got that Pokeball. Can I just take this Pokeball? I don't want to redraw the Pokeball. Copy. Peace. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cool, cool. How does one hold a Pokeball? Something like that, right? Close to the mouth, close to the face. Okay. Gave him a blue jacket, but maybe red would be kind of flashy, kind of sassy. Go blue puffy jacket with pants on. Sleeved or unsleeved? Whoa, 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 whoa. All good. It's all good. I kind of like this slanted look. No, I keep doing this. Okay. There we go. You can always change pose. This is just pose 1 that we're doing right now. Shoot, it's really hard to see the blue on this blue background. The arm specifically. I'm grouping together. Let's think about this. Okay, we have pose 1 here. And then throw out the Turtwig that we sketched earlier. Right? See it? There he is, Turtwig. Come on out, fella. Nice. Shoot, he doesn't show up on the green. That's a problem. You can have him like maybe we'll do a scene with like battle void scene. Instead of like. Alright, I'm turning on animation assist. Things are getting crazy. Here we have Dan. We have the background, which might change. Does Dan need a sleeve? I think he does. Let's put a sleeve on him. Dan, you need a sleeve. Okay. Here we go, that'll show up better. Well, if it would color fill for me. Cool jacket, bro. Very cool. Gonna kiss that Pokeball. Maybe just like flicks the wrist to just kind of like toss it out. Nice. Okay, we'll clean it up. We can redraw this. We can redraw this. It's not that complex. Just a hand. Flick. And then the Pokeball will, that's right, follow suit. Or maybe it should go like, let's see. It could go out and then maybe like kind of pause and explodinate, right? Maybe get like bigger because it's coming towards the camera. Ooh, idea. The Pokeball gets bigger as it comes towards the camera, right? Let's see. And then here, duplicate again. We'll delete this frame, we don't need it. We can take this and just kind of get a little bit more the toss pose. Toss, Pokeball, spin, gets even bigger. We'll have to do some tweeting, I think. Opens up. Pokeball open. Like this, like this. We'll do 1, 2, and we'll squish it a little bit like a clamshell. Yes, and then we'll draw. Need to clean this up. You know what? Start over. Grab this blue Pokeball layer. Circle. Squish it because it's a clamshell. And then we'll add the little pink border around the top. What? That should read right. Sort of. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all have seen a Pokemon. Y'all know Pokemon technology. I don't even need. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's not how it would work. And it goes ka-chong. And out comes this fellow. Am I right? She was just tossing that thing. Let's do one more frame here where it's like kind of reeling back on the hand. Oh. Gives it a kiss. That would be funny. Maybe I'll think about that. Turtwig go. We'll have that Pokeball. It did this. And then electricity came out of it, right? What happens? I've seen a Pokemon. Poketech. Grab this yellow from the Chimchar. Wonderful. Pokeball. Wait a minute, actually, hang on. This Latin. I'm doing something here. I'm just doing a little fine tuning. I don't know a good way to describe it. There's too many layers. This is getting nuts. This pose right here. This one needs to go back to regular standing Dan. Oh. Okay, I see. Never mind. Toss. 1, 2. So the Pokeball is spinning too much. I don't know. I can tweet that later. I'm getting carried away. Wait. This one here, move it up. Grab this. Grab the open Pokeball. Open Pokeball here. What? Which frame am I on? Oh my word, this is getting nuts. There's too many layers. They're all grouped. I messed it up. I messed it up. It's all good. It's all good. I can fix it. I can fix it. Okay. Aced. Yes. We're back on track. Toss this out of there. Put this merge down. What's this frame doing here? Delete. We don't need it. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Ooh, okay. Don't panic. Gotta trust the process. Electric. Electric energy comes out of the Pokeball. Hello, Mr. Snail. It's Pokemon fever today. I've been talking about Showdown. I've been talking about Pokemon Diamond. I struggled with how to draw Turtwig. But I think he's doing all right now. Okay, so out comes the professionally drawn and totally recognizable Turtwig. I think he should have like his little feet out like this. We'll do hang on, is this grouped? It's not. Perfect. This is great. Let's draw. I just had an idea. Okay, his little feet, right? Little feet. Legs out. You can't even really tell. You can't even really tell. Head. We'll open up his mouth. Clean this up. Kind of creepy. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna work. It's a Turtwig. What do you expect? Poor little Turtwig. Aw, he is so bad. Okay, here we go. Okay, cleaning them up. Cleaning up the seams a little bit, cleaning up. Cute little mouth. He's a turtle. It's really nice. It's really cute. Okay, then we'll put on his shell back on. His shell got all messed up. Poor guy. Did I add his little... He's got like little yellow toes? I didn't add them because I didn't think it was necessary, but maybe it is necessary if he's on a green background. Out jumps Turtwig to make trouble. Okay, Turtwig. Put him in the group. Oh wait, there is no group. Duplicate again. Okay, duplicate again. Take this group. There we go. We need like a flash of light, right? something like this. Makes sense to me. Where does the Pokeball go after the Pokemon jump after it? Out of it. It just disappears, right? I don't want to have to draw it going anywhere. Just like fades away. Like this. Group selected. Yeah, I know. Lord. It kind of goes down a little bit. Her twig leaps from within. He yells about it. And then I don't know, this spins away, I don't know. It goes back to a Pokeball. It falls away. Return to Pokeball. And now I can stop worrying about the Pokeball. Look at this, not even... I don't want to. I don't want to do a whole clipping mask and oh. Clipping mask. White. Wipe. Okay, blue. Okay, white. Okay, great. Pokeball. Wonderful. Now we don't need to worry about it anymore. Search now. We'll have him kind of like float. The Turtwig, I mean. Turtwig floats. Maybe the Turtwig needs to start smaller, a little bit smaller. I'll distort him a little bit. From the tail, this way. Yeah. Here we go. And then he leaps, and then he should like land on the ground with like a little hard or thud. Duplicate and grab the Turtwig group. Move the Pokeball. And Turtwig lands safe and sound. So maybe he squishes, so let's put a little squish. He isn't showing up on the green though, which is a problem. I'll have to tweak that a little bit. Either the background or the Turtwig. Okay, we'll have that hold. Alright, let's take a look. We actually did some animation in the animation stream. Meh. We can make it better. We can make it right. Daily quest achieved of randomly bursting into Steven Universe song. We need more room. We need more room, that's what I've decided. And cast out the Pokeball. The Pokeball needs to move. Up. Up again. Up some more. Okay. Wash and stretch. Very nice. Opens up here. and then the opacity of it. Here we go. Up. Zap. Zap frame. Very nice. Feel like lurches forward. Nice. My favorite frame so far. From the depths, Turtwig emerges. He's excited about it, so that's nice at least. Let's rotate that a little bit. Actually, I just okay. Reselected. Yep. Yep. I merged this down. I didn't. Like this. Individually, we'll make it like go back. So it goes 1, 1, 2, 1. A little bit higher here. All the way down. Turtwig jumps out. Needs a little bit more like, you know, an arch. He just plops on the ground. What should happen with this Pokeball? I haven't quite figured it out. If it just like zooms away from that. Yeah, I can see that. Ooh, grab this, grab this. And it needs to be over here. And we can even just do like a quick flip of the Pokeball kind of like going away. I think it should go, if it goes somewhere, it should go me. Like that? I don't know. See that? Light in the background, just a hair. Maybe too much, but we want Turtwig to show up. Ugh, it's really muddy now. Maybe Turtwig needs to be lightened a little bit. Or just maybe like a turquoise instead of the neon green that we got going. Okay, Turtwig. Let me just turn off the background for now. Think about that. Okay, now we can't see the bottom of the Pokeball. You can make an effort. We don't have to fight. Bum 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 bum. Now I've got the song stuck in my head. Turtwig, I choose you. What does Turtwig sound like? Yeah, pretty good. Okay, we'll worry about a couple other scenes we could do. Close up Dan talking, throwing Turtwig. What about, go here, duplicate. I'm feeling pretty excited about this. I'm kind of loving what we've got going here. let's take a look at the starters here. Okay, we've got the Pokemon starters. Here they are. Let's get Bidoof out of there. Bidoof, what are you doing here? Let's get Aaron out of here too. We don't need Aaron right now. Okay. Turtwig, Piplup. We've got multiple Piploops. Okay. So cute, dude. Alright. I think this is the only time we use this green. I think it's safe to change it here. Chimchar. It also probably is, I can take another look at Chimchar and see if this is what we want to do. Is this the order they would be in? I'm like obsessing about the wrong things. And we also want close enough. Piplup. That's what it was. Okay. Piplup. So cute. Oh man, I don't think I'll ever be over Piplup, dude. That was top tier design. Alright, Turtwig, what we got for you? Maybe a more light green? How about this? Try this on. Oop. Whoa. That's pretty saturated. Okay, how about... What if we take this and we nudge it towards blue? Ooh! Nudge a little more towards blue. Okay, he shows up on the green pretty okay now. At least it seems like the contrast is high enough. Let's run with that. Let's go change the green on this other Turtwig really quick too, while we're doing this. I like that green. I started with a very saturated one, but see. Yes, I know. Yeah, it's nice. Less of an olive, more of a turquoise. It's nice. I really liked the saturated green that I chose for the background, so I decided to tweak Turtwig here. Oop. Turtwig's design is also pretty good, if I do say so. Alright. Oh, there's a random straggler here. Get rid of this. That's for later. You love it. I love it. It's Turtwig. That's pretty good. Okay, back to this. Okay, so we're gonna have our little starters here, and it'll be the, like, starting scene where it's like, pick your Pokemon. Which Pokemon do you want? We'll have these cuties. Chimchar definitely needs to, like, bounce right. Probably a little, like, flame animation. Bloop, let me think about Bloop here. Needs... So I kind of have, like, the fins being this other blue. Originally it's like that darker blue, but I did that and then put the little dapper bow tie back on. He's fluffy because Dan will be playing Piplup. If you know, you know. I don't need to explain myself. This is my stream. What's going on, you say? Where have you been, I say? Okay, Chimchar. Chimchar needs a little yellow belly. Heart-shaped yellow belly. No, that's cute. I decided to go pretty simple. We're not really, we're not going to use Chinchar's design in the animation. So, I mean, I guess it could be a little more complex since we aren't going to be like redrawing it several times. But, ears? What do we think? What do we think? Pink? I need more pink. Let's grab a pink. Grab that pink. Let's grab this pink. Take it. Going back. I'm zooming around here. I kind of want to do this, so I might. Oh my god. What about you, Turtwig? Everyone deserves a little cute rosy cheek. No, that's a Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? What about this? Bam. Maybe, where's the Piplup layer? Here it is. Here it is. Light pink. Oh my god. Oh, you can't really see the Chimchar. A little bit too close in saturation, huh? Oh, it's too close. It's too close. I love the Turtwig. Okay, we'll take it away. We'll take it away. It's not showing up. So the Chimchar that was supposed to be like the nose, is that reading? So pink, yes, very, very much. Every chance I get, I'm always using pink. I think it read more as a nose before, and now it looks kind of like a mouth. Like a kind of an angry smile. It looks even more so, doesn't it? This is tough. I think that reads nose. That would look cute with a little heart, though. Maybe if it was like that. Thin it out a little bit. That reads a little bit better. I've got my reference here. Let me just take a look. Yeah, that's pretty helpful. This is pretty helpful. I see it now. My image is too pixelated. Right. Right. Okay. I think this works. I think this works. I'm feeling good about it. Okay, now let's take a turn on animation assist. We'll need like a little menu blurb. Let's see. Hip loop. Turtwig. Where's Turtwig? I've got too many layers and I'm not using them until start deleting these. Spacing them out a little bit more. You need like a little twirly icon on top. Make it white. Right. You can make a difference. Get out of my head. Steven Universe, back again. White, a little triangle. I just added a little bit of shading for a little bit of depth. It wasn't really necessary. Whoa! Hang on. There we go. Okay. Out of these, which one would you pick? I think... I mean, I'm like a hardcore Piplup, right? I'm like a hardcore Piplup. I've got a lot of good memories with Piplup, but I'm looking at this. I have to go with Chimchar. I mean, dang, that's cute. Now that's cute. Okay, let's turn on animation assist. At our background. Now we need these guys to do a little dance. Duplicate. What does Turtwig do, you wonder? Why, I'd say he'd squish a little. Maybe his leaves will twirl a little. I think so. If it was about his bod, you say, it would also probably squish a little. Yup. Yup. That's what I like to see. Okay, a little Chimchar. Little Chimchar would... One. Stretch. Stretch, and maybe the little face would come up just like a tiny, slightly little bit. Right? Just a little bit. Make it look like he's kind of looking up at you. There is a plane going by. Apologies if you can hear that. Okay, little hair, which is on fire. Let's change that just a little bit. Okay. Shoot, we lost something here. Put that. Nothing here. Oh, this. Also slow this down a little bit. Not so sporadic. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Little Chimchar's hair's on fire. Up. Looking up. I think, let's see, bod should stretch out a little bit. Take those arms and move them up a little bit. I'm actually going to have to redraw them because they aren't on their own layers, which was my bad. It was my mistake. This is... Let me see this little discrepancy. There we go. Okay, here. I'm getting better at using Procreate a little bit faster now that I'm getting used to all of its little things that just kind of drive me a little crazy. Like, oh, this is a group. Well, what layer did you want to mess with? And now that I know that's going to ask me that question, oops, wrong layer. I'm like ready for it now. Up. Maybe arms kind of come up, but kind of scrunch in like this. I'm thinking. Now this is basically just Pokemon animation stream. I guess I did a little bit of Game Grumps animation, but y'all know what we're doing here. I think I put Pokemon in the title. I think I did. We're good. It's safe. I love Chimchar. That's so cute. I honestly, I think his arms come up a little bit too close to his face though. Let's move him down. There. Hey. I like that more. Eats Flamesman. I get a lot of people who come into my chat who say like, oh, I'm really, you know, I'm interested in animation, but I don't know how to get started. I don't know, you know, it's just very intimidating at first. And my advice to them has always been, you know, just start small. This is an example of starting small. 2-frame animations. There is nothing complex here, you know, just a little bit of variation from one drawing to the next. Let it play. Keep it simple. It really adds more than you think. I'll just throw that out there. For any animator or artist out there who wants to try animation. Doesn't have to be nuts. You don't have to be into the Spider-Verse. One thing that I just, when I very first started, I just put like sparkles on everything. I put sparkles on everything and I made like little flowers like twirl around for like a few frames. Really nothing special. But just adding a little bit of extra movement, extra motion. What should we do here? What should we do here? I have a feeling we're gonna squish the bod a little bit. Wait, did I just merge this? I did. Hang on. I'm gonna squish the bod, and at the same time I'm also going to make the flippers like turn up. I think that would be cute. Cute, cute. Now we can merge it. I don't care. Go ahead, merge down. We can redraw this blue here. There we go. And then we're gonna squish the bod a little bit. Wash and stretch is probably one of the most useful animation principles that I have taken note of. Sometimes I forget about the other ones, but that one, that's another simple one. Is something you can do. Add a little bit of wash and stretch. Make them bounce. I mean, I don't think the Pokemon animators did a whole lot more than that. I mean, they're definitely like expert pixel artists. But I mean, who knows? Maybe they just did some squash and stretch for some of them. Yup. Yup. I always struggle knowing what to animate. Oh yeah. I have like the opposite problem. I want to animate like everything. I guess it depends on what sort of things you draw. If you draw backgrounds, you know, maybe animating or doing some subtle background details like stars blinking, you know, window lights turning off and on. If you're like a character designer, I always just started with like a blink or a wink or something like that. Eye movement, really simple stuff, just to make it kind of seem a little more alive. Also, if you're a background artist, teach me your ways. I don't know how to draw backgrounds. I mean, look at this. That's a pretty good background, right? I mean, that's more advanced than I usually do. Okay, Pip-Up's little flipper. Flipper up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Which one would you choose? Piplup seems excited. Piplup would be your best friend, you can tell. Chimchar would have my back in a fight though. Here we go. I'm adjusting the flippers a little bit. I also noticed the feet were moving, which I don't want that to happen. It looks kind of a little unnatural. I mean, not that it needs to look completely natural, but if the feet are moving and it's not really supposed to look like that, that can kind of throw me off. Okay, let's take another look. See if that's better. Now it kind of looks like he's like tapping his foot. Piplup's doing a little tap dance here. Okay, let's just try to make his feet line up a little bit better. I think that's what's just rotating him, I guess. Hopefully that doesn't change things too much. I think it'll be okay. Let's take another look. Should we make it 3 frames? How about 3 frames, huh? We got 2 frames here, and it's looking really cute. Let's go for another. 1, 2, and then maybe 3. So we got your twig here. Squishes, puts his tree sapling to the right. Maybe he should stretch. Stretch and put his tree sapling to the left. Give it a little show. Stretch it out. Redraw this real quick. This brush is a little bit thicker than I think I used last time. See how that looks. What happens if we put the medium frame in between? that looks smoother. So we'll probably make this 4 frames, but we'll put that starting frame in between our next frames that we make to kind of smooth it out. So we'll have pose 1, squash, pose 1 again, stretch. That makes sense. So here's pose 1, here's pose 2. It looks like Chimchar is stretching for this pose. We'll have him squish for this next pose. Which I think would be interesting, maybe if his flame gets really small too. Let's do that. Push him down, move his head down. Maybe he kind of squats, and maybe his arms, which I once again did not make on a separate layer, so we get to redraw them again. Redraw them again. That's okay, we have the technology. Okay, so we're gonna have his quad squish, and he can get kind of wide as long as we make sure his feet line up. You know, maybe we redraw this one. I'll redraw his legs so they're bending instead of just kind of pushing. Let's see. Let's see about it. Wish, knees up. This. Sometimes I can get away with just altering the previous frame, but every once in a while, I think it's worth a little redraw. Okay, squishing. Head can come down even farther now that we move the body down. Okay, and what will his arms do, you wonder? Maybe they come out this way. Punching. Punching out into the world. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. That's great. It's a little janky right now, but that's okay. We will fix it. We will fix it. Now let's take his hair and let's make it so that his flame gets really short when it's like this. I'm gonna chop the tops off a little bit. Okay. Starts with no idea. Make this tail a little bit longer. These are the ones a little bit shorter. And no little flame trail for this one. That's great. That's great. Okay, now last, Piplup. So Piplup went, here's pose 1, neutral. Pose 2, squashed. So pose 3 should be stretched, right? Maybe we could use this 30 frame, yes. Could potentially open mouth to like kind of do like a squawk maybe. We do have the beak on a new frame. We could do that. Seems happy. Okay, and then let's see. Wings should be down, I believe. Flippers should be down because kind of like stretching out. Actually, let's have the tail like flip downwards before we start stretching this. Tail down. Let me smooth this out. Great. And then we'll have the bod kind of stretch with him. Well, I wish the feet were on their own layer. Maybe what we do instead is we go like this, kind of chop it in half, so that we can alter the top without the bottom too much. Up. Up, up, up. Pretty good. Flippers should be down, so we'll go ahead and remove this flipper actually, just pretty much in its entirety. We'll make it go down so you can kind of see it. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's happening here? Oh, okay, I see. Fill this in. Great, great, great. Redraw little buttons. All right. Let's see it. Let's add one more frame. Let's put that frame one in between those two so it'll smooth it out a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. A lot less kind of janky, a little smoother. You know, I think Turtwig could be a little bit more exaggerated on the up. Let's do that. Should be kind of stretched out in this one, so let's stretch him out a little bit more. Keep his feet on the ground though. Hip lip could also be a little bit more squashed or stretched. Let's do that. Be forward. A little bit up on his tiptoes. Just a tiny little bit of tuning there. I love Chimchar. I think Chimchar is looking really cute. I want to add like a little bit of details to the hair. This is neutral pose 2, second pose, but I just like the hair detailed. I want to draw more flames. It's easy to go overboard, so maybe we'll do that with like we'll leave out the little fire doodads, fire details. There. Now it's a little bit less frequent. Chimchar looking cute. I love him. Alright, oh, I forgot, you know, something I forgot. We need the little, the little icon. We need like a little window that says like, choose your Pokemon. Which Pokemon would you choose? I'll think about that. I'm thinking about whether or not to add like the game UI to the animation or if it should just be like a little more natural looking. That's a decision I'll have to make. Think about that. I had the little selector arrow. I'll probably animate that part in Procreate Dreams. I'm kind of loving this. I love Pokemon. This is the best. You know what? Okay, so I absolutely will have to do some UI with the like fight scene that I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a little Pokemon fight scene with Piplup and Turtwig. I have to decide whether or not I want it to be this kind of gradient background or, I don't know, some kind of nebulous void that you usually go to in a battle, right? I have it as blue and green. I was gonna make it like a blue background, but Piplup won't show up as well. What do you think about this? Turtwig shows up right on this background. Let's do another duplicate here. Alright, we need a little battle. Right. Let's grab Turtwig. It's the wrong Turtwig. Alright, Turtwig, you're coming with me. Latin. Copy. Actually, this works out okay because Turtwig will be over on this corner. So I'll show up a little bit better on the blue. And Piplup, which we'll have to draw a new frame for. Piplup. Oh, actually, Piplup is already in the artboard, isn't it? It's good, because I don't want to break apart all these layers. Delete, 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 delete. We don't need Aaron either. We've got 2 frames. Let's grab these. Release them from their group. Good, good. Delete. So Piplup. Piplup, Turtwig. Turtwig can be smaller, farther away. If any Game Grumps fans are out there, you might know what I'm going for right now. I usually don't like to reveal what the project is, but there's like no secret to this. I don't think so. I don't know if I could keep this one under wraps. Alright, so we'll need like some health bars, you know. Health bars. I like to keep it really cute and simple. Okay. Actually should be like something like this. Should it be sitting on the health bar? Maybe it needs to be smaller. Taking up a lot of room. Whatever. I can't decide if I'm going to do a whole lot of UI. I have to look at the audio that I'll be using and see if it needs it. I think we'll end up using something like this. This should be a-okay. Piplup in the foreground here. Oh, poor Piplup. Something tells me Piplup won't last very long. Who said that? Is there a color for PowerPoints? Yellow? I suddenly just like cannot remember. Whatever. I won't set that too much. Just looking at this is making me think of Pokemon music. Oh my god, this UI is so cute. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Very nice. Canvas. Animation assist. Let's group all this together. We don't need all of this. Don't need all of this. Doop, 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 group. Oops, forgot Turtwig. Group. Duplicate. Make this background. This is open mouth Turtwig here. I need Turtwig to kind of like, or not Turtwig, Piplup to kind of like look back. And we need a couple of Turtwig shots here. I'm sorry, Piplup. Piplup, you need to face Turtwig. Let's actually redraw Piplup for like the first time in like a while now. Bump it on. Good. Hopefully this still looks like a Piplup from the back. I mean, that's one criticism maybe for Pokemon. Never looks like the Pokemon from the back. The sprites for Pokemon when you have to use them in battle is sometimes not great. But if you love it, that's fine. But I remember getting like, I remember catching a Dialga in Pokemon Diamond. The Dialga. And being like, wow, this is the coolest, this is the best, I can't wait to use this Pokemon. And then you see its weird long-necked head from behind. What? It's less cool. Not as cool. Yeah, this is Piplup. This is what Piplup looks like, right? Suddenly I'm not so sure. I hate drawing like frames like this where it's like, and then you draw the character from like an awkward angle. That's what the scene calls for. Can't it always just be front facing and easy for me to draw? That'd be great. So cute. Okay, we need another. I think that works. Let me scoot him over a little bit. Where is frame 1? Frame 2. Okay, let's duplicate this. Flatten, and then we're gonna put closed mouth Piplup in this group here, and we'll turn off open mouth. Okay, so he's kind of turning back maybe and arguing, going back to Turtwig. Gonna go well. I think I need. They try to add a little bit more details, like poking out, make it more obvious that it's. Well, I could try. I could try. Try it. Like this. That's too much. Oh right, he's got like a Sonic the Hedgehog eyebrow visor thing. This like this. I don't know if this is better or worse. A beak. Let's add the, I think, this a little bit more. Too much. What are you, crazy? That looks nothing like Piplup. No. Everyone's favorite Pokemon, and I'm not doing it justice. We'll need like a sweating Piplup. Piplup stressed out expression. Just Piplup. Cute. Okay, I made the eye kind of like looking down. Maybe we can fix that. Made the eye like 10 times bigger. Just Piplup. Turtwig's gonna trash little Piplup. It's gonna be sad. Little Piplup. At least Turtwig Turtwig seems content about it. He's gotta go with the motions. Okay, we're just gonna be fixing the shape here. This is good. This is good. Is this gonna work? I ask. This. Copy and paste. We can KS real quick. Closed eye, dressed Piplup. I don't have like the bounce talk animation yet, but that's okay. Alright, we've made some progress. We drew everyone's favorite characters. Bidoof. You know. We've drawn Dan throwing out Turtwig. This has probably been my favorite. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Of course, a plane is going by. Hopefully I've got the mic settings to a point where it's not as noticeable as it could be, but okay. It's time for me to go get some lunch, methinks. I might come back to this a little later. I might just take like a short break and kind of come back to this, do some drawing, do some more animating. I'll think about it. But I for sure will be back tomorrow around the same time. I'll be working on this. I'll be working on lots of projects I've got going. The other project I've been working on. Aaron and Dana's Magical Girls is also not finished yet. I've got a lot of things in the works, so I had a really good time hanging out and chatting with y'all. I hope you had a good time. Switch back to these guys, cause dang it, I swear this was my favorite part. This was my favorite part. I love Pokemon. I had a really good time hanging out and chatting with y'all. I hope you had a good time watching. And like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, and I hope to see you guys again. I hope you have a good day or morning or night wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one.